Whoa. Let's go. Ready for today? Are you?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this to pop up, which takes a
I
little
always
bit.
feel so cheesy, like scrolling the camera lens in.
Why?
Anyway, 'cause I think it's got. Anyway.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
All right, we're ready to go?
Yes, ready to go.
All right, let's lock in. Let's go. Come on. All right, hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis family discussion. As Carl and I were talking as we were driving today to Mississippi to go to the grocery store, we were talking about, kind of like, it feels like family here sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong?
Definitely does.
As always, if we cut out, if this video just randomly stops streaming, we apologize in advance. We will start a part 2. So if it goes blank, wait about a couple of minutes and go back to the channel, refresh it, and we'll start it again. Apologies in advance. It's an internet issue where we live. Don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe. It would help us out to help us do better moving forward. So the subscribe button would be very appreciated. All right?
Hello, Matt King. Hello, Juan Fernando Montaño. Let's see, Alex Criar, he said, and Simón. He says, hola, ¿cómo estás? I said, poco cansada, pero muy bien.
Okay. Sounds pretty good to me.
Nice Novak hat.
Is that Flo?
So we have 2 different choices of drinks here.
I got ginger ale and she has coffee.
Sure.
Obviously. All right. On today's show, we are going to be discussing day 5 matches. We are nearing second week. This is my favorite time of the year, Wimbledon, and generally third round, especially fourth round matches is when it starts to get really good. I would say that this year has been interesting to say the least. So we're going to be talking about day 5 matches, third round results, predicting and talking about who we think is a favorite to win the whole thing. And I know that's Djokovic, and we'll talk about that as well. And predictions in the draw moving forward. All right?
All right.
By the way, I have 2 shout-outs to start this one, and they'll be brief. As you all know, that Carla and I do a fantasy team and tennis racket giveaway and $250 worth of cash type competition. And out of all the players for the $250, there's 2 left. Okay, 2 left. So I wanted to read you their names and their finalist predictions that they predicted before the tournament started. Which some of them I was like, really? And here they are. So first shout out is to Jean-Francois Tellier, who, by the way, had the worst fantasy team I'd had ever seen, doing this for nearly 3 years, right? Something like that, maybe 4, I forget. Jean-Francois Tellier, much respect. Your fantasy team was awful, though, like really bad. But his finals predictions are on spot. Okay, check this out. He has Djokovic beating Medvedev in the final. And he has Ashley Barty beating Sabalenka. If that happens, he's going to win $250. The other one, Patrick Young. What's up? Long time. I hate to say the word viewer. It seems impersonal. If you're subscribed, you're fan. What's up? So one of our people, Patrick Young, has Novak Djokovic beating Marin Cilic in the final. And has Angelique Kerber beating Madison Keys in the final.
I don't think he's going to make it.
If that happens, he wins $250.
I doubt it. That one's even least likely.
Great job, guys. Let's go. Come on. Love that. Fighting. I wrote those down. I remember writing their teams down. I was like, what? Here they are. All right. Don't forget that your topics and comments are welcomed. Speak at will, and Carla will hopefully try to catch them at will, and we'll go from there, okay?
Yeah, we got Derek Edwardson saying ESPN has really been hyping up Korda. I was curious, like Korda similar to Berdych game?
I think it's a good comparison.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote a few nuggets about Korda here.
Let's go to Korda.
All right. Wild Life says, finally, we might have a good young American. Sebastian Korda, we know his coach is his dad, Pete Korda, who was a
Wonderful player.
Australian Open champion.
Wonderful player.
He's 20 years old.
And his father is a fine level 1 USPTA pro with coaching tentacles all over the globe.
Sebastian Korda, 20 years old, 6'5", tall guy, born in Florida. Dad's the coach, ranked 50 right now with 1 title. He made it this year to the 4th round of the French Open, 4th round at Wimbledon, which is good. He's beaten players like Seppi, Isner, Karatsev, Fognini, Schwartzman, Cecchinato, Batista Agut, Nishikori, Alex de Minaur, Evans.
The list goes on.
And his sister just won, at the age of 22, her first PGA major, her first.
And this is really impressive. And this is like a family tree. This is an impressive family tree. So if you have 2 athletes that are at the top of their games, not even winning necessarily majors, but you have one daughter that just won an LPGA major. Now, can I, if none of you have ever picked up a golf club and gone to the golf course, I've done this many times, and every time it just ends up really bad. The first time I played the sport, someone loaned me their Big Bertha Callaway, like 1 wood or driver. And I was like in college, I think, I thought it was really cool. There was girls in the golf carts. We were showing out. Anyway.
You were not in college. I saw that picture.
Shout out to Brad Young out there. Brad Young was with me. Brad Young owns Soul Kitchen here in Mobile.
I've seen your picture.
Brad Young was with me.
Okay, I've seen your picture playing golf, though, before.
That was with Josh Yeager. And when I met you,
he sucks.
I played golf for the first time with Brad Young.
How'd you do?
Well, he had this brand new driver, and I went up to the tee, and there was we had 2 golf carts, I think. Oh, it was a class. We took the same class at South Alabama. Yeah, my first year of college at University of South Alabama, we had to take 1 elective as a sport. Obviously, tennis I played, so I had to take another one. So I took golf, and the course was at Brookley Field, where your dad worked at Airbus.
Okay.
And there was a golf course there.
Cool.
And so I walked up, he gave me his club, I swung really hard, I was like, watch this, I can dominate the tennis ball, let's go, I'm going to swing this golf club and get you some. That's what I was talking about, Willis. But what I did is I swung the golf club, whack, and the golf club went, the damn golf club went like 20 yards in front of me, the golf ball was still on the tee, I didn't even hit the ball, and the club was further than the ball. That's hard stuff. But to have a tennis player at this level, Wimbledon, just to be in Wimbledon is a beautiful thing, right?
Right.
And then to have a daughter that just won a major, what?
Yeah, I don't enjoy golf. But I do respect it.
It's like the Lamar Jackson.
So there's one view here.
That's like,
Jack Nolte says, "Don't like golf, but appreciate its skill and how hard it can be." Same here. I don't enjoy golf. I try to watch it. I've tried to sit there and watch it. And even as we teach lessons, there's a golf course right by us. It's just not exciting for me. I get invited a lot by the old guys, and the old guys that
why you gotta call them old?
They're 80 years old, Justin. When we're 80, what we're gonna say?
They're
we're
not
young.
old. JR's my deadhead friend, and he's like,
not 80.
Yeah, exactly.
The 80-year-old guys that ask me say, "Hey, you should try golf," and I tell them, "Well, when I can't move anymore on the tennis court, I will."
At least they're not sitting at home on the couch.
I'm not saying anything bad about golf. I'm just saying right now it's not interesting for me. But you have to respect what these guys can do, because that's a hard sport.
The thing with golf is there's not only a physical attribute, but there's a mental attribute. You're playing to win, and you're playing the pitch and the spin.
Absolutely.
And look, I suck ass at golf, but nonetheless, I do find it very interesting.
I can't watch it. It bores me to death, just like watching Murray. And quite a few other players, but I respect it because I know it, just like tennis, it's technique. It's technique. Anyone could go to the basketball court and shoot a few hoops.
No, that's wrong too. You'd have been a basketball player, Carla.
Justin, I'm not saying
touch on the shot.
I'm not this guy. You're jumping on me. Any freaking person from the street can dribble and get lucky.
You know how Carla dribbles? Like this. Two hands, palming the ball, pumping the ball. She can't play.
I play in New York.
I play in
New York. I can even put it between my feet. I can shoot 3-pointers. I'm just saying, and I never took one lesson. You go play tennis. You tell me that you can hit a ball. You can play golf. You tell me that you can go hit a ball. Basketball, You don't need lessons, and you can probably
Are you kidding me?
shoot quite a few. Justin.
No lessons for basketball?
I'm not saying to be a pro. I'm just saying that's why in high school they offer basketball as recreational, and people can shoot it in. Just like soccer, they have recreational soccer. People can kick the ball. Golf is one of those sports that you can't just say, here's a golf club, try to put this ball in there. You just can't.
So for Carla's analogy for soccer is, yo, just go kick the ball. And then in basketball, you can go out there and just dribble. Anybody can do it.
Hey, can you not be stupid? Are you telling me that you can't take 12 kids right now, 12 kids, take them to the basketball court, show them how to dribble in less than an hour, show them how to shoot a ball in less than an hour, and they can't do it? They can do it. Take a kid
I disagree with
to
you.
play golf. Take a kid to go play tennis. And I guarantee you that in an hour, they still might not hit a ball.
I still think at the same point in time, the same kids that you think can dribble really can't. They look,
It's not hard to dribble.
But
it's harder to grab a tennis ball and go like this and bounce it, or I'll do ups and downs.
Okay, the fundamentals of dribbling.
Thank you, Alex Kuyar. Thank you for agreeing.
How do
with
you
me.
look? How do you look when you're dribbling the ball though? Do you look like a pusher on the tennis court?
Oh my God!
There's
Basketball
a look
is
to
one
it.
of the
There's
cheapest
a swag to the
sports.
game.
I'm not talking about being good, Justin. YMCA offers basketball because it's
That's
easier
not
to
a paid advertisement for the YMCA.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
Justin.
Look, all in all, they're all great sports, but don't knock on golf.
Justin, just like you tell a kid, throw a baseball. How many millions of kids sign up for baseball?
Millions.
I'm not saying good. I'm saying it can be taught quickly. You can't teach tennis quickly, and you can't teach golf quickly, because those are skill sports. Those are sports that require hours and hours and hours and hours of doing the same thing.
Carla, by the way, I've coached at 3 different country clubs for a lot of years, and every year we had golf and tennis packed equally with the same amount of beginners that had never played and probably won't play again after that camp.
I don't know. I know I taught me a lesson. I could dribble. I could shoot a ball. Just saying.
Where's Stefanizadic when we need him? Where's Stefanizadic?
SK Joe said, I play basketball, and Carla is right.
Damn. I got served breakfast. Why did I get served breakfast?
What I'm saying is not to be a pro or not to be a high school player at a high level or college. I'm just saying the reason why you go to these camps and all these kids, they can dribble. You can't do that with tennis. You lose them in 5 minutes if they can't hit a ball.
Well, okay, from a tennis coaching perspective, now this is something that we have done for 22 years. When you have the children at first, to not dissuade them from never playing again, not only because you want them to play, but number 2, if you're a coach, you want another lesson because that's how you make a living. If they can't tap the ball ups and downs right off, you don't tell them, you suck, get lost, get out of here. You sit them down on the ground. You put them on the ground, and you can put your feet together. So it's like you sit down and your feet are this way. That student sits down, their feet are this way, and you touch shoes. And then you just grab a ball, and then you just start from like the center of my midsection, right? I don't know how another way to say that, but you just roll it to them. And then they catch it, and they roll it back.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're already beginning to feel the ball.
I'm not saying, guys, that basketball is easy.
Green coach. She's a green coach.
I'm not saying basketball is easy. It's not. But what I'm saying is that even families, when they get together, hey, let's play football. And they start throwing the football. You can't do that on a tennis court.
Okay.
You can't say, hey, fam, let's go to the tennis court. Here's some beginner's racket. Let's hit it back and forth.
I definitely agree.
You can't do it. You can't do it in golf, just like you probably couldn't do it in cricket and many other sports that require accuracy, skills, smaller tools. Example.
I agree. I'll stand corrected on that one because, yes, I can go in my backyard and throw horseshoes or throw the football or throw the frisbee. But it's really difficult for me to go out in the backyard and hit the tennis ball unless I have a wall. Don't forget about the wall. You can hit against the wall anywhere, anytime. And you can also
that was my point.
And you also can do ups and downs. Okay, next topic. Good job for Korda beating Evans today. I know that was a devastating thing for Britain. And I like Dan Evans a lot. I picked him on my fantasy team, but I only thought, I didn't think Evans would get, I picked him for a couple of quick points. Boom, boom, boom. I figured he'd have the crowd behind him. Maybe he made a 4th round, but I didn't think he would get much further than that. Korda comes from a family tree of tennis players, and his own father in his own right is a tremendous coach back at the highest levels.
Yes.
And a fine player in his own right. And Korda is young, he's tall, he's ready. So is it a shock that Korda won? No.
Not really.
Uh,
but I
I
mean,
do
good
love
for
that
him.
stuff.
I mean, he's done well at clay. He's done well at grass. So good for this young man, 20 years old. You know, moving along.
All right. Then the next thing I want to bring up, and then we're gonna
He's got a good match, by the way. Hachinov.
and we'll talk about that as we get to the next round predictions. One thing I wanted to bring up real quickly, and I don't want to give this bozo a lot of our time. Benoit Pierre, I totally missed. We've done like 4 shows since Wimbledon is basically, well, not since the first round, because anyway, I totally missed the Benoit Pierre meltdown where he basically tanked the match. Not that I care. We've seen this before for players for decades. It's nothing new. Benoit Pierre is not doing anything new. I think he's too immature to understand that, dude, you're not the first person out here to try to tank a match when your panties get, stuffed in a wad. But nonetheless, my curiosity is Benoit Pierre at this point has to be now laughable to his sponsors, to his peers, to his compadre in the locker room. Now, my problem with this is this tells you 2 things. Number one, that he has made enough money in his career in tennis, which isn't that great in my personal opinion, nor do I like his game, and he probably lost half of his money in his beard. That's ugly as shit. All I'm saying is that how can he afford to tank and to act like this if living and tennis is so expensive? In other words, hotels and traveling and airline tickets and restaurants every night and not cooking in your own kitchen. Carla, how many times have you and I gone out to eat in the past 12 years? Like 5? We got 5 kids. Every time we go out to eat, it's like $700. So we don't go out to eat. But you get my exaggeration. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Benoit Pierre is either telling all of us that, man, I got paid. I'm a beast, man. I got paid enough to be top 20 in the world or whatever. I don't know if he ever cracked the top 10. Did he? I don't think so. But he's telling us, screw off. I made enough money. I'm tanking. Or number 2, he's saying I come from silver spoon-fed deep pockets, and I don't care how much money I make on tour because my parents got me. Right? Because the sponsors can't be sticking around, number 1. Number 2, you can't make enough money to live on tour by tanking in the first round of Wimbledon and being a dickhead. And number 3, you would have no mindset like that if you weren't some spoiled, snooty, stuck-up kid's ass that was raised by silver spoon-fed parents. Which one is it? Which one is it? Choice A, choice B, choice C. Oh, choice D is you're just an asshole. Which one is it?
Michael Walker says, Korda's father, when he was on, could beat anyone. I remember him beating Sampras many times during his peak years, especially in Grand Slam Cup in 1993. SK Joe said, are they going to get married? Who? Venus and Kyrgios? I actually have a video of them.
Good for those
They
two.
won
Good for
doubles.
those
They won mixed doubles, and they were celebrating, and here's the video.
What's the age gap there? Venus is
Huge
40?
She says apparently she's single and not dateable.
Wait a minute, but wasn't just Venus hanging out with Kachanov?
Kachanov,
Wait,
he's married.
who-
Opelka.
Oh, Opelka, too tall dude. That's why.
How dare you? How dare you say that?
I didn't know, man.
All
I
right.
thought it was a tall dude.
All right, here we go. I'm going to show it. So, here we go. Here's them hugging after they win.
Oh, so cute.
And then she tried to give him a
she left him hanging. Did you see that?
Yeah, he left
He
her.
gave him the high five and left it. Watch. Here comes the high five. Oh, left you. Oh, that sucks.
All right. Awesome.
All right. Anyway, I still don't get the Benoit Pierre. I don't understand how someone such as this can make a absolute fool of himself and somehow still manage to take selfies in all these luxurious places, unless either his sponsors are foolish and his morals are foolish. I just don't get it. Anyway, your thoughts on that? I missed it. That's old news. We should have brought it up yesterday or the day before. Totally spaced on it. Didn't see it until today.
All right.
All right?
So, Shapo. We're going to talk about Shapo?
Let's go. Let's roll.
Shapo and Murray. Shapo destroyed Murray.
Is that a shock, though?
No, it's not a shock.
I picked Murray on my fantasy team. I was upset about it. Not really. I could care less. I thought Murray might win a round and maybe lose in the first. I almost chose Ott over Murray.
The score was 6-4, 6-2, 6-2. I mean, Shapovalov was fresh.
Yeah.
He got a walkover, while Murray played 2 5-setters. You know, I'm sure that the excitement from the crowd, him, the adrenaline and everything, you know, being his age and with his issues finally got to him.
You know, Vanilla Ice, I thought, played pretty well. I mean, Shapovalov.
What I wrote here, Chapo, I put defeats Murray as to be expected. I put great interview. He reminds me of the boys I used to like when I was a teenager.
Well, good for you. Okay. So you like guys that look like Shapovalov, and you indicated that there were some guys that you liked that reminded you of people you knew when you were a teenager. Who made some of those?
I love blondies. I love blondies.
Who were some of them? Can you give me a list? Tell me some of your teenage crushes. Go ahead.
As actors?
Or whatever. I'm interested. I love this.
You wouldn't know them.
Well, you just go. You said it reminds me. Go ahead. Just no. Yeah, actors. Who would they know that you liked?
He killed himself, so I don't want to talk about that.
Well, what's his name?
Brandon was his name. I forgot. He killed himself. And I used to love him. He looks just like Chapo. He was an actor. I forgot his name. Brandon something. I'm even looking it up because I forgot his name. My dad used to throw out Brandis. That was it. He used to like rip his pages because I would put it all over my room, and then my brother would make mustaches and devil horns on it.
Let's go, family stories.
Yeah, and so when I watched the interview of Chapo, I said brought me back to teenage
So
years.
this is pretty funny. So her brother Jonathan, who's a fine tennis player by the way, beast. He's like a 9 UTR or something.
Something like that. I don't know.
He's a beast out there.
Jonathan Brandis. That was his name. So yeah, that was his name, and I used to have all his posters. And when I watched Shapovalov, I said, "See, here's his picture."
Oh.
So he looks similar to Chapo.
Poll question: does this guy look like our young man, R.I.P. Much love, respect? Does that look like Chapo? Oh, that is Chapo.
Yeah, that is Chapo. So I said, "Oh, looks like he reminds me of him." Chapo looks bad without excessive hair.
Interesting, Carla. Interesting.
Yeah, so when he was doing his interview, I said, "Oh, it reminds me when I was a teenager, not now. I like Iron Man, you know."
Oh, you're a Fusovic fan. And by the way, Fusovic wins again. And Fusovic, is this the farthest Fusovic has been at Wimbledon? Has he made a fourth round before?
No, this is the furthest
He's made. I think he's made second and third before. I don't know. I didn't know you were coming up with that. But yes, Fusovic, he's suited for the surface, right? Mm-hmm. It's not, I guess, a shock that you chose him on your fantasy team. Number one,
I didn't choose him.
You did choose Fusovic.
I did.
You chose Fusovic.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to go for him.
You love that guy.
No, but I didn't choose him. Yeah, I do love that guy.
You chose Fognini.
Yeah, I went Fognini. I actually chose. Why did I write here?
Silky, smooth, soldier, booyah.
I put Fusovic beats Schwartzman. One hot man.
Ooh, I'm with you, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, Simone says Carla likes Eastern Europeans.
That's how we roll. She does like that.
EDN says Brandon is way better looking than Chapo. Laugh out loud.
I'm still wondering where Stefan Nizovic is, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stefan Nizovic is a person, a fam out there that's in Serbia, and he was in college and was
yeah.
And basketball player.
Yeah, he's probably busy with his girlfriend.
And would send us pictures in the snow, and I always told him I want to come over there and dunk on him because I will damn sure do that. I'll blow out my other patella tendon just to show him I'm gonna dunk on him. And I haven't heard from him in a while. If any of you know Stefan Nizovic in Serbia, missing that dude, man.
EDN says, Carla, my journey's the same. I love Justin Timberlake, and now I love Britney, current boyfriend. And
who said that?
And much more Iron Man looking him up.
Who said
Sam Ashgari.
Hey, Sam Ashgari, check this out. We were in Mississippi to go to the grocery store. I had to go to Mobile, Alabama to get my dog, and we were driving back, and the old Justin Timberlake song, "What goes around comes around, just it comes around." You remember that? You remember that? Wasn't he singing about Britney Spears in that song? What goes around comes around. It had a kind of really good beat. So usually I listen to Grateful Dead and some other jam band stuff.
He was singing to it. I almost videoed it just to send it to you guys.
Around comes around. Just
I almost videoed it.
Good energy. I was like, let's go. Cranked it. Wow.
Michael Walker says Carla likes the blonde hair, blue eyes. Well, they said I got a green eye man with light hair.
Let's
so
go.
Close enough. Close enough.
We need to play that song like a boombox right here, like in the 80s, like God comes around, hit the play button. You don't remember the play button? I bet you Michael Walker remembers the play button.
So I was gonna bring this up. Jack Nolte says separately. Did you see American athlete caught for smoking marijuana banned for Olympics?
Yes, let's talk about that now.
I actually wrote about this.
Let's talk about this.
That is too funny.
Who topic that?
Ethan sends me a picture. No, he's cute. He's cute. I just like the light skin, light eyes.
Hey, Ethan,
that's my thing.
Better be careful.
That's my thing. All right, so I put here Sha'Carri Richards, 100-meter track runner, suspended for smoking marijuana
Stupid.
during the Olympic trials
Not her,
in
but
Oregon.
being suspended for that.
In Oregon. So she's suspended for a month, starting June 28th, for a month. The Olympic trials started in Oregon. Oregon, I did some investigation. Marijuana is legal. They did an interview.
Great job, Oregon. Let's go. Come on.
They did an interview, and she said, who am I to tell you how to cope with the death? Her biological mother died, and that was her excuse for smoking marijuana. Marijuana, according to the anti-dope agency, is in the list of prohibited substances, only banned during competition. And I wrote here, I'm not for pot or against it. I could give a crap about pot, honestly. Don't care for it. What I wrote in here, how would that enhance her performance to run faster? I mean, how would that enhance? I didn't understand that. She said, I am human.
And good for her. I'm dead serious. And look, I don't want to interject in your topic. I didn't know this one was coming. I knew I had read something briefly about this, and I'm glad it came up here because no one else will talk about it. And I say, good for her. Why? Because there are things that you can go to your corner store anywhere that you want. And I'll just speak from this country, but surely it works in almost every country on the planet. Maybe not in some Muslim countries, but you can go up to the store and buy a bottle of liquor. Okay, that's fine. No worries. Go get it on, bro. Go get your grunk on, right? That's okay. Mm-hmm. It might rot your liver out eventually, and you might literally kill someone in a car crash, but it's okay. Go ahead. You got it. There's a store up there. Open the door. Mm-hmm. I can go to the corner store and buy a pack of cigarettes, which will kill you. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. However much carbon monoxide and carcinogens you can huff into your lungs eventually will permeate every cell in your body. And if humans had indefinite life, if you just didn't smoke, then you would die because you smoke. Smoking is going to kill you. It's just will, period. But for marijuana, it's different. There are no carcinogens in marijuana. And if someone wants to prove me wrong, then that's fine. Do it. And back it up with articles and bring a whole bunch of credibility out there. But for 4 years in college, we researched a lot of this. Anyway, long story short, it is beneficial to people. The young lady lost her biological mother, which the way it was stated, maybe was... And this which
they told her during the something.
Okay, so if you're an English, if you're someone that loves reading English and dissecting what someone means in a couple of words, her statement, quote unquote, biological mother, is very powerful. Why? Okay. You usually don't refer to your mother as your biological mother. That means that maybe there was a rift or maybe, there was something behind the scenes.
She didn't have a relationship with her mother.
What happens when something, and I may be wrong, you can call me, I'm shooting this from the hip, but I've met people like this before. They have a sibling, a family member that they're in a bad relationship with, or maybe no relationship with, not bad, but just no. And then you find out they die, and for the rest of their life, they're wishing they would have figured out a way to have met them or to smooth things over. And I'm dealing with the similar situation, am I not? Mm-hmm. Okay, I am personally. It's tough because when the crossroads come, you want to be at peace. And that type of statement, to me, as a reader, as someone that has studied English for a lot of years, and the way it's written and the proper way to write, I'm reading that as a devastating thing and more than just a death. I wish I could have done more before, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I read it the same way too.
Second of all, where she is from, or where she was at this incident, was Oregon. It's a state in the United States that it is legal for recreational marijuana. So how is the young athlete able to miss? And I'm not talking just young athlete. She's a freaking beast. She's a baller. She can go out there and get shit done.
She's 21 years old.
She's a beast. She is everything you want in an athlete on your team and more. Mm-hmm. And you're going to give your white boy rules about you can't smoke pot. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I'm going to shut up for a second. Bullshit.
Derek Edwards says, has a tennis player ever been banned for marijuana?
I don't know, man.
I have no idea. Honestly,
this girl's worked her ass off.
I don't agree.
Who cares what she did?
Okay, I'm going to tell you how I think.
Why they got to piss test her in the first place?
Here's what I think about marijuana. I don't care for it, but I don't understand why she was banned. I think it's not an enhancement.
She won't be banned. She better not be banned. Or people better petition that.
Jesus Christ. It's not an enhancement drug. It would affect her. Wouldn't it affect her more than help her? You would think it would affect her more than help her. I don't think it's an enhancement drug. And I think to ban someone from Olympics for that, it's not like she was taking steroids. There's baseball players taking steroids to hit harder and be stronger.
Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa.
I mean, yeah, I think that's a little rough.
Get a panel of tests that are looking at performance enhancement, but not performance non-enhancement. The girl, the young lady, the fine athlete, was in a state where it was legal. Could she have gone to the store and bought a beer and drank that, and the test would have been okay?
Well,
because you can do the same thing in Oregon.
ETN said something here.
So stupid, man.
Where is it? She says so unfair for rich. He says so unfair for riches. How many athletes do a shot of alcohol before a game?
Exactly. Marshawn Lynch, my boy from Seattle, or he played for the Raiders for a little while here at the end. He played for the Patriots too for a year. Who else did Marshawn Lynch play for? Who's an NFL guy?
I don't know. But
anyway, but yeah, Marshawn Lynch took a shot of Hennessy before or multiple shots of Hennessy before every time he had to run up the
B-Dog said Michael Phelps was suspended for 3 months in 2009 by USA Swimming after a photograph emerged that showed him smoking marijuana.
That's hilarious.
That's true. Again,
so stupid.
I don't care for it.
So
Justin might be more, but I could care less about that. Honestly, could care less about it.
So damn stupid, man.
But again, I think that's a little rough to ban her. But I think you should be a little smarter too.
No, forget, man. That bullshit.
I think you should make.
Bullshit.
You're
bullshit.
about to race. You should be a little smarter.
Look,
it's like when you drink a little bit of alcohol. You're not quite drunk, right? But you get in the car, and that stupid mistake can cost you a lot.
I think that's a different context, though, Carla.
No,
she smoked a joint. She's not rolling down the street like in opposite lanes of traffic, mutilating people. She probably was just chilling and crying to someone. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have made this better. Let me hit that. Coughed a little bit. And that was a wrap, and she failed a drug test. So is that going to make her?
Vito said international rules. She got 30-day suspension, not a ban. Darko says Phelps almost was suspended because of cupping therapy. Ha ha ha.
But how can you suspend someone though when it was legal where she was? How is that even? How does that even work?
That's why Hingis was banned for coke. Cocaine is different.
And she said it was on gas mouth or something?
No, had nothing to do with Gasquet.
Why do I get those two confused?
I don't know why you always talk about that.
There's something with Gasquet.
Gasquet did coke. So did Hingis. Has nothing to do.
But
different times.
Wasn't Hingis and Gasquet hooked up at one point?
She was hooked up with many guys, Marcus Norman. Not with him. No.
Why do I correlate Hingis and Gasquet together?
Different, yes. DGN says French tennis player Alexander Nicolau banned in 2017. Send you the article for marijuana. Okay, so we did have someone
banned for that.
2017 player banned for weed. All right, let's read.
But look, in 2007 is a different world than it is now.
2017.
Oh, in 2017.
A French tennis player was banned for 1 year for weed. Alexander Nicolau was first banned by French National Anti-Doping Agency. The ban was upheld by International Tennis Federation. As a result, Nicolai will not be able to play in any French competitions for 1 year. Similar, he will also be barred from Grand Slam or international events. Earlier this month, the French anti-doping agency suspended a 34-year-old after he tested positive for cannabis. Man, I would think at 34 that you would be a little bit smarter about doing that. Well, I guess a rule is a rule. I think it's stupid, but a rule is a rule. B-Dog said Phelps got suspension 6 months for a DUI also. Well, we know that Phelps went through quite depression, lost, I don't know.
Okay, so
Michael Walker says, Justin, you can ban someone for illegal substance if it is banned in that sport, even if it's legal.
But Michael Walker feels me. I love this guy. I really do.
He's not feeling you. He's telling you straight how it is.
That's what I'm at. That's what. When I just walk there, I'm thinking to myself, who makes the rules? Is it the athlete and their organizing body?
Well, here's somebody that knows about it is talking about it right now.
Can I finish my thought process?
Sure,
I'm with Michael Walker on this one. I'm thinking to myself, when I just went in there for a moment, I was thinking to myself, is it fair that the athlete or person is doing something totally legal where they are? But at the same time, if they get caught, then you're getting kicked out. And I think there has to be some type of gray area with that, only because what about alcohol? What about tobacco? You're in the same ballpark. But if
B-Dog's telling you something here. Ezekiel Elliott was fined by the NFL for smoking weed after being in a legal weed state.
I like Zeke.
Layla C said, is the suspension because of the federal law? I don't agree with it, but I know the federal rules versus state hurt people with legit prescriptions for cannabis in my profession.
I know a lot about the federal rules, for damn sure.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, hopefully she gets to race because she's a beast.
Yeah, and look, she is a really, really, really fine athlete, and she can run like the wind. She's like Usain Bolt times 2, and a female body. And by the way, there's a young man, college runner right now in the Olympic trials that took out 2 of Usain Bolt's records, and I think it was the 200 meters or the 100 meter. He broke it one day and then broke it even more the next day. So track and field in the Olympics is really big time. Swimming, I enjoy to see the results, but it's hard for me to kind of watch unless this is more of the sprint swimming. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see him swim 5 miles. I'll watch him swim, 2 or 3 lengths of the pool or something.
Yeah.
But too bad for her, and I don't think it's too bad at all. She lost her biological mother. It could have been deeper than that cognitively moving forward for the rest of her life. And maybe I wish I had a better relationship. Maybe I don't. And she's going to think about that forever. So she smoked a joint.
B-Dog says the state rules are subject to MLB, NFL, NBA, soccer organization rules. Jack Nolte says, not enough talk on gambling match fixing, which is worse than smoking marijuana.
This is a wonderful statement here by Jack Nolte. Very intelligent, too, because since I was a boy, I grew up in Southern California. We had neighbors in Southern California that had big, beautiful homes, and all of a sudden the next day there's someone else living there, or it's being gutted and all their furniture taken out, and that family on the street, literally, because someone gambled away their house, their money and jewelry and everything else. It is a bad disease. I got wrapped up in it in college for a little while, and since then, besides fun bets on the show, I'll never touch it. But yes, that is a very, addictions are more than a substance. Addictions can be a thing. So great comment by Jack Nolte there.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right, let's see, next comment.
All right.
Fun facts, track and field doesn't start until July 30th. She might make the cut. All right.
That's a great comment, though.
Yeah, it's true. I read here 30 months.
30
days.
Give them their name when you read it.
I did say
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
I always say the names, babe.
Yeah, so that's a great comment. Maybe that was something she researched, her team researched. Hey, if I puff now, then, my match.
The Magic Dragon.
It's a great song. Live by the sea, frolic in the on a mist in a land called Honolulu.
Mm-hmm.
Then that faithful dragon lost that rascal pup. All right.
Yep. I think there was a movie, Meet the Fuckers. That was funny. Anyways, let's go to the next thing. What's up, Dalibor? Next subject.
All right, next subject?
Yeah.
All right, I wrote this haphazardly, and then Carla was like, well, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'll write it anyway. I'll say it anyway. So I wrote here that with 2 of the big 3 out, and yes, I know Federer's in the tournament. I understand that, but it's a 40-year-old Federer, and 39 and change, but he's fixing to be 40. So my mindset is the rationalization. My mindset in writing this is that the rationalization in the men's locker room is like Djokovic is here, Federer's here, but his ass old, and Nadal's not around. So I'm feeling like the motivation in the locker room, in my mindset, is that there's more positive energy from the younger guys because they're like, the only person here is Djokovic. Federer's old, whatever. Nori may beat Federer, and don't be surprised if he does. That's all I'm saying. But is this one of the reasons? I didn't say all the reasons, but with 2 of the big 3, and don't hate me, Federer fans, I'm a Federer fan too, his tattoos on my back, so I'm just being real. But is this possibly a reason why a lot of these names that you normally wouldn't expect to be in the 3rd and moving into the 4th round of Wimbledon are here? Or is this just something that we're going to be looking forward to in the next couple of years, like the women's side of the game? It's something different every time. To predict it would be rough. If this is the case, when we do our tennis racket giveaways,
what I'm
gonna have to do is say, to win $250, you only have to select 3 out of 4 finalists and 1 winner, or something crazy like that.
Yeah, because I think that the same thing, once Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer retire, we'll be playing the lottery, trying to predict who's gonna win.
Yeah, I think we've gotten so used to, and don't forget that not too long after Sampras was rolling off majors. that we had Federer. We had Agassi in there that rolled off some. We had Gustavo Kirten in there that rolled off some French Opens. Anyway, long story short is that I think we've gotten habitually binded to multiple major winners, and I think when Djokovic dips out, who are you going to bet on to be a multiple major winner, or is it just a toss up of the OVAs? And we're going to talk about OVAs in a minute, meaning if your last name ends in OVA, Ova, Sharapova, Samsonova, whatever.
Let's talk about it now.
You want to talk about the OVAs now?
Let's talk about it.
Before we go there, does anyone want to... you want to talk about OVAs? You got a headache. You said,
I don't have a headache. I'm just
why y'all brushing your frown, man?
Do you have a problem with it?
Yeah, y'all grumpy.
I'm not grumpy. No one's saying anything about it. We've all talked about it.
Well, forget about it.
We've all talked about when the 3 retire, what's going to happen. How many viewers say there that they're not going to watch tennis anymore because of them?
That's okay.
They all say that because they're gone, they don't watch. We got one viewer, Rahesh, who only watches when Djokovic plays.
He was an original viewer. We haven't heard from him in a long time.
Because he only watches when Djokovic plays. What does that tell you? That tennis will suffer. It will suffer big time. When Djokovic leaves, there will be a lot less fans watching tennis because
I agree.
It's hard to love the other guys. Why? Because they're not as consistent. They're not as dominant. It's like what you guys say about the WTA. It's like you don't know who you want to pick because we got a different Grand Slam champion in every Grand Slam. You don't even know who's going to win anymore. Let's see. Michael Walker, I'm shy. Michael Walker, I want to hear what you got to say. B-Dog says, I will wait on Tsitsipas to get it right.
You know, that's a good comment too, but I don't know if Tsitsipas will get it right. You know, sometimes you see a personality of someone that spazzes out a lot. I'm one of them, right? Mm-hmm. I really am one of them. I spazz out. I get pissed. I'm like, what? Before I know it, I put a hole in the wall and broke something. Throw my racket in the tree.
So he does break guitars, break rackets.
Oh, when I get pissed, it's over. I get mad, and no one wants to be around it. And I think we're all aware of that. Holy crap, it gets bad. It takes me a lot to get mad. When I get mad, it's all shit. Ceiling fan may come down. Seriously. But Tsitsipas has spazzed out quite a few times on the court. Mm-hmm. Tsitsipas has spazzed out to the point where he injured, and I'm not exaggerating that, he injured his father. I don't care how petty it was. It could have been a lot worse. And he injured his own father.
That can happen to anybody.
I understand that. It's an accident. It's an accident. It's an accident because of anger, and the anger caused someone to get hurt. How many times do people die every year because someone has a gun in their hand and maybe they shouldn't have because they got pissed off? I don't even want to get into that conversation. But Tsitsipas is dangerous when he spazzes out to himself and to people around him, not in a physical way, but to his tennis game. And I'm sorry, but I still don't have any faith in Tsitsipas winning a major. I just don't. I just see a spastic kid like I've seen at 1,000 freaking places in challenger tournaments everywhere. And I get he's crept into the top 10, top 5, whatever. But I still haven't seen a calm athlete that can plod through a match and take the good with the bad and take the energy of the crowd positive or take the negative crowd and make it a positive. I still haven't seen that in him. And I think we all dwell on his cuteness and his long hair, and you guys think he's all hot. And I think that's a distraction from the damn truth.
I don't think he's hot.
I don't think he's a very good damn tennis player.
I don't think he's hot. I think he's a good tennis player. Martin Fucsovic is just hot. That's hot. He's not hot.
I'm beginning to think people his age and maybe a little bit younger have the same chances he does moving forward.
Okay.
He's got the one-handed backhand. People know to hit the heavy top spin there to the backhand side. He's going to have a tough time dealing with it.
I don't think Ezekiel Elliott exudes sexuality like very few people, Michael Walker.
I love Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott. By the way, and look, you just look. Okay, give the brother some credit here. Why? People just look at certain people as the way they look or whatever. But do you know how much courage it takes to run through an NFL group of offensive and defensive linemen with 2 linebackers or 4 linebackers?
Sexuality.
Look, Ohio State is proud to have graduated him. Zeke Elliott, I don't know if he graduated. I think he went to the draft earlier. But nonetheless, he's a beast. I like Zeke Elliott. He got his contract. Good for the brother, man. Let's go. Let's go, Zeke. I hope the Cowboys do well this year. Dak Prescott should come out healthy. Let's get down.
What's up with all the noise over there?
Oh, they're good.
All right.
Go Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys.
Let's talk about Sloane Stephens first before we get to Muguruza.
My heart melts when we talk about Sloan. Let me check on this kid because I hear something crazy going on.
Yeah, me too. I hear the same thing. Now, Sloane Stevens has more of that than Zeke Elliott. Just saying. Sloane Stevens, I put here, gets defeated by Samsonova. Every point Samsonova played sounded like she was having an orgasm.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I'm like, what the hell? That would have distracted me. Playing Samsonova, I would have been like, she hit the ball hard, but it was terrible. Terrible. Myself. Like, what the hell?
You can't say that.
Yeah, you can. Darko was like, ha ha ha. I'm serious. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How many more she hit?
And then my soon 17-year-old son's talking about, you can't say that on YouTube behind us, but we hit the button, no, this isn't made for kids. Even though
yeah.
sometimes Carlos, that's out of line. Not me, her.
Okay, but you just said a few bad words and you didn't step out of line?
Woogies.
Okay.
Now remember, Woogies is an acronym for who gives up.
I'm just saying, every ball she hit, it was like,
Okay,
who taught this girl?
Okay, poll question. Let's answer it now. I'd love to read these answers. Poll question is, if you had a screech off, a squeal off, in other words, if the tennis world said, you know what, instead of a tiebreaker, girls come up to the net. Come here. Samsonova, come over here. Sabalenka, come over here. They brought them to the net. And the umpire's like, okay, you won the first set, you won the first set. The tiebreaker is a screech off, Sabalenka.
Why are you talking like that?
Because I'm talking like the ref. So the ref says, okay, Sabalenka, your turn. Good job, crowd. What do you think, crowd? And then he
This
said,
is being like that show, The Spartans.
yeah. And then Samsonova, he says, okay, that was pretty good. My ears hurt. I can't hear anything right now. I need earplugs because I can't hear it. My eardrums are bleeding. And then Samsonova comes over and he says, okay, on the count of 3, you screech off. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
She doesn't scream.
Might as well be.
No,
then
she has no.
Save us the tiebreaker and give us a damn screech off.
No, her grunt is not a grunt.
Can you tell me
it's
how?
Like, I'm like, what the? Meanwhile, Sabalenka is screaming.
Can you replicate that one?
Nothing.
Can you give me a Sabalenka?
Nothing.
Let me get a Sabalenka,
Hell
Carla.
No.
Damn, she sounds like a ninja that just got her leg chopped off. Like, oh, that leg came off. But I'm still fighting you. No leg, still fighting. What was that movie, Monty Python and something, where there's like they're like hacking each other's legs off, and they're just Have you guys seen? Was it the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Is it Monty Python and the Holy Grail? If you're young, you have no idea what we're talking about. I think it was Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and they're like hacking each other's arms off. That's what it sounds like. Let's go, Sabalenka. What happened?
I don't know.
I don't know. Now my daughter's coming here.
The closest is Pika's Venus. We're talking about Risk would beat him in all the screech off.
Okay.
Darko said, haha, Legends Python.
So B-Dog brought up something interesting though. B-Dog said it sounded like an adult adjective. What her screech was, right?
No, I said that.
You said that.
Yes.
Okay. Carla
I said he said she was beating her like Sabalenka, overpowering her.
Oh, well, you said something about it sounded like.
It sounded like
don't say it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what I thought was interesting is that Jordan Thompson of Australia is still moving forward in the tournament, and he has kind of the porn star mustache. So we're starting to have some explicit stuff run into this Wimbledon. Mustache? Kyrgios has got to be happy about that, though. By the way, the Aussies, the Australians, what's up? Are doing big things right now. You have Duckworth, let's get down. Don't forget about him. Kyrgios, let's go. You have Jordan Thompson that's still in it. And don't forget that we have Dean Monor that bailed early. But the Aussies are putting together a little bit of a squad here. Now, my last name is Davis. This is Carla Davis. I'm Justin Davis. The Davis Cup I loved, but now it's not the Davis Cup anymore. It's the ATP Cup. So they stripped my last name from the whole deal. That's okay, though.
My coworker's like, porn star, what? I'll send you a picture. I'll find a picture.
Oh, check him out. Find a picture of Jordan Thompson. They even call him Porn Man. That's what they call him. That's his nickname.
It reminds you of the 70s.
You find a good one. You could probably Google up Jordan Thompson porn stash, and I guarantee you, Google that up. Jordan Thompson porn stash, and I guarantee you it shows you a perfect picture. Come on, Google, work for me at this one time I shot from the hip. Let's go. You're gonna see it. Did it come? Porn stash. Yeah. Type it in.
Mustache. Okay.
Yeah. Now type in the whole thing.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, they just show Benoit Pierre. That's funny. So just put Jordan Thompson picture, and I don't know, but look at it.
Just look at it.
I didn't.
That's what they said.
I didn't make that up. That's something I heard actually on. I've heard that for years.
So Manor had the mustache too.
Yeah, I've heard that for years. I didn't make that up. I promise you. I've heard that, and don't think that was out of line because I've heard that on Tennis Channel. I've heard that on ESPN. I've read it in numerous articles over the year.
All right, next match, Muguruza and Jabeur. Jabeur takes out Muguruza. I have a video here of a wonderful shot that she hit, by the way.
Who?
Not Muguruza, Jabeur.
You got to be proud of Jabeur. She's the first first Arab woman to ever make the fourth round at Wimbledon, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Bravo for her. Let's go. Come on,
so
Jabeur.
let's look at the video here.
And even though she's a little out of shape, her game will be able to work because of the fast surface.
Wait, let me do this again because sometimes these videos don't. Not now. Can I make this one?
Don't worry about it.
Here we go. Because it's a good video. If you watch it, the shot that she hit is amazing. Let's rewind it back. Here we go. Here's Muguruza serving. Hits a shot. Here comes Jabeur. Boom! Right behind.
Too bad the quality's not better.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Yeah, we're on a limited budget right here, you know. All the children.
What can you do?
We do this on a light budget, but we
What
still deliver the goods though. We still make it happen. We're not playing. Let's do what we gotta do, what we got.
Said laugh out loud. I can't believe people thought that was hot in the 70s. I like facial hair in the dude, but porn stash going too far.
Oh, he saw it? It's like a wrap around, like an upside down horseshoe like this. Kind of crazy.
Awful.
Awful. By the way, for 1 year, and maybe it hasn't been quite a year.
24 break points. Yikes.
What's that stat?
Jack Nolte said Muguruza saved 24 break points and still lost to Jabeur.
Ooh. If you save 24 break points, that means you're playing like shit. And every time you get the ball to serve, you're getting either broken or not broken, obviously, but you're always down 30-40 or 15-40 or love 40 or whatever. So you're always fighting from behind.
Jabeur had 5 out of 29 break points. 29 break points. And then Muguruza had 3 out of 12.
So Jabeur dominated that match. That's all you gotta know. Jabeur dominated.
And then she threw up before match point.
Nerves.
Serving for it.
Nerves.
Definitely. Good for her.
Definitely
I expected Muguruza to do a lot better than that. Just saying.
Do you all remember last year where Novak Djokovic was trying to solidify a certain amount of weeks, if I remember correctly, at number 1? And he beat Borna Coric, and then he played Sonego after that, and then lost. And then for a couple of months, to say the least, and still to this very day, I call people that are throwing away matches either a Benoit Pierre if it's bad, or a Bernard Tomic if it's medium bad, and then a Sonego if it's not necessarily discernible, right? So here we are. Sonego is still moving forward in the tournament, right? If I could go back in time and you could answer this question for me, would I still haphazardly call Djokovic losing to Sonego a Sonego? So in other words, I knocked on Djokovic for losing to Sonego after he had solidified the maximum amount of number of whatever it was, fill in the gaps of whatever he needed to do it, and he did it by beating Borna Coric. I think it was at a Clare hard court tournament in Europe last year or something. And he did that. And then the next match, he got destroyed by Sonego. And I knocked on him. I was like, Djokovic, how you going to do that, man? Come on, your fans are buying tickets, man. People want to see you, bro. Your whole country's... What are you doing? Did Sonego actually play that good in that match? Do I deserve to be called an idiot? Or was the Sonego still a Sonego, and Sonego just has an easier draw to work with here? Which means if you're in, this far in Wimbledon, you're doing pretty damn good.
I think he's doing good. You got to give the guy some credit.
So I should apologize to Sonego?
Absolutely.
Sonego, I'm sorry, bro, but you're doing really well. You beat Djokovic to have the match win of your life, but I still don't believe necessarily that it was 100% effort by Djokovic. but because of your recent play, I will tell you that I think you're better than I thought you were. But nonetheless, if you ever play Novak Djokovic again, he's going to absolutely demolish your ass. But nonetheless, good luck moving forward. I'm sorry.
He plays Duckworth next.
Well, they better duck, move, and stick and move because, I'm not really interested in who wins that match because who does either one of them have next? That's all I'm saying. Duckworth, okay. Stick and move, Duckworth, okay.
Federer or Norrie?
Oh, shit. Okay, that could be a workable section for Federer then. So Federer could just, keep rolling along.
And Federer proved that he can beat the player that Djokovic couldn't beat.
And Federer's not the superior athlete at this point. He just has more experience. He's older and so forth. But if any of these young bucks can understand that they just need to move him a bit, bring him in, frustrate him, get him, putting his hair a little bit, more than he needs to.
All right. Azarenka. I have Azarenka here. Osaka should learn from Azarenka. Instead of saying she's depressed or that she doesn't want to do the interview, she should take notes on Azarenka. Azarenka's whole interview after losing to Kirsty was 13 words. They asked her, thoughts on the match? Any thoughts on the match? She said, not really. That's 2 words.
It's good. Good for her.
Then they asked her about her performance. She said, I need some more time to assess this.
I'm just here because I don't want to get fired.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Did I count that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. Then they asked her about her opponent. She says she is a difficult, they asked her about her being a difficult player. She says, yeah, she is.
Good for her.
13 words.
She handled her.
She's done. Done. That was her interview. She's done. Learn, Osaka.
Yeah, she handled.
She's done.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. If the reason why you don't want to deal with the media is because you are just a nervous breakdown and you can't handle it. Don't say that you can't do it because you're mental fortitude and then show up at a Vogue magazine cover shoot with 57 photographers around you, knowing that your body is going to be on the cover of a magazine that tens of millions of people will see. She's just a child. Osaka's just a child.
Was your player a difficult player? Yeah, she is.
Azarenka did exactly what she had to do to solidify the powers that be. Marshawn Lynch did it very well and the best ever. Marshawn Lynch did it with sunglasses. I thought I had my glasses. It's a habit. I usually have glasses up here, but I wanted to show Flo's hat because she bought me this hat and sent it here, and I had no idea what was coming. What's up, Flo? Let's go, Florence Chan. Love you. But Marshawn Lynch did. He just sat up there after the Super Bowl, and it was the loss that the Seattle Seahawks got because supposedly, Marshawn Lynch didn't get the chance to run the ball up the middle. And they were on like the 1 yard line, and then Russell Wilson threw the ball, and then the Patriots receiver came in and intercepted it right in the end zone, and the game was over. But Marshawn Lynch did have a chance to run the ball up the middle. He got it the first time. It was like 2nd and goal. They gave him the ball, didn't make it. So they were like, oh shit, I don't want to try this again because they're going to read that again. They're going to just cram the middle. So we'll throw it outside. And it just didn't work. Whatever. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Throw it outside?
Yeah, Russell Wilson. Look, it was like second B-Dog if he's out there. He'll remember this.
Left already.
All right, well, if any of you remember this, that's okay. But it was like 2nd and goal. And the Seahawks were driving down the field to win the game. They handed it to Marshawn Lynch. He ran up the middle. They stopped him. Boom. They read it, right? They knew he was coming, so they just stacked everybody in the middle. So what did they think was going to happen on the 3rd down? The offensive coordinators, they're going to just read the middle again. So we'll put them in the field again and make them think that it's going to happen. And then we're going to throw a wide receiver in the slot out there and throw it to him. Well, they did that. But that damn shit got picked off. And the game was over.
Michael Walker-Vika is more mature than Osaka. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I saw a good thing here.
And so is Coco Gauff.
We talked about her yesterday. Husband and wife playing mixed doubles. Divish Sharan from India and Samantha Murray from the UK won their first match.
Good for
35 and 33 years old. Let me see if we can do it. We can play mixed doubles, Justin.
Yeah, but the thing about it, there's a problem here because Carla and I are singles players, and Carla and I can get on the court with like 4 or 5 level people that are 4 or 5, in other words, 9-0 doubles players, and they'll beat us. Because we're always looking for lines in the singles court, and now we have to adjust the aim down the middle. There's an old saying in doubles, down the middle solves the riddle. That's hard for us to rationalize because we see one player here, and we see that player, and I think I think
I'm just gonna start going for people at the net.
Yeah, I think our eyes look at either them, the player, and then if we take that shot, passing them to the forehand side or left hand or whatever, there's a player there, and I think sometimes our mindset our perception gets wrapped into the player here, and we forget about that person there. So the middle, sometimes I think we forget about. Doubles is a tough sport. It's almost two different roles.
I'm just gonna aim for them.
It's a tough role.
I'm just gonna aim for them. Oh, Layla C says I live in Boston that year. We love that play.
Layla C, this is a great comment. Why? I had 2 shoulder surgeries in Boston. I lived in Rutland, Vermont. And I worked at Killington Ski Resort and had a wonderful time at Killington Ski Resort and Killington, Vermont. Lived in Rutland down in the valley. And I tore my labrum and my supraspinatus twice. And my surgery was at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Cambridge in Boston twice. And both times it was near Christmas. So I would come home and my shoulder would be like, damn. I'd be all stitched up, from all the years of serving. And anyway, long story short is, I know your spot. Paul Revere statue is nice. I love the weather in Boston, and I love going to the bar Cheers there. Cheers to you, my lady. Cheers to you.
You froze for me. I couldn't hear the question.
Oh.
Hey, let's see.
Oh, shit. Did it freeze?
No, it's fine.
Okay, well,
Might have
maybe.
frozen hers.
Oh, well, she can rewind.
Yeah, she could definitely rewind.
Hit the rewind button.
Anything else?
The only thing I said.
At the end, I'm not gonna go back and forth with this subject. I know you chatting with the viewer that asked about that, but I do think that, anyways, I think tennis players should do interviews. It's part of their job.
You seem like you're fading away. You fading away energy is your.
No, because we talked about the Osaka thing a lot. Even you told me you were tired of it.
Well,
I was gonna bring up the Boris Becker thing, but then I decided not to.
What it seems to me is Carla, she's gone through a very rough day. She's had things that happen to females, and they just have a hard time dealing with life at this point in time.
Life?
Yeah, you have a harder time dealing with life.
No.
And then,
Do you want me to talk about the Osaka thing again?
No, I know when Carla's fading, and I know her well. We have 5 children. I know when she's getting to this way with her body language. As a psychology graduate, I noticed body language.
No, my back.
Now she's rolled back and slouching.
We should have listened to Rajesh about pillows.
If I was like this, would you guys?
In class, I used to be like that.
Yeah,
I'm relaxed.
That's why you didn't graduate. I'm kidding. You didn't graduate. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
But Rajesh said put a pillow there. He's right, because these things are really hard. We need to put pillows there.
She's fading, and you know what? Because she is a wonderful mama of 5 children. Pop them out like popcorn. Let's go.
How do women pop babies out like popcorn? That's the worst thing.
Let me tell you how. Our 5th and last child. Our 5th and last child, Justin Jr. Sup, little man, JDPD2. We were in the emergency room. We got checked into the hospital. Okay, we go up to like the 9th or 10th floor. We get checked in. Carly gets in the bed. We've been through this a lot. I was gonna say a dozen times, but that was exaggerated. But it seems like that. But so we get into the hospital. She lays down and everything's good. And then the gynecologist, OBGYN, comes in. And she comes to the bed and she's like, okay, Carla. Now, Carla's at this point not on an epidural, not on painkiller. She's just rolling up in the hospital. Like, what's up? I just showed up. I got one in here. Let me get it out. So she lays down and the gyne, or whatever, I forget the two, OBGYN and the gynecologist, whatever. But she's like, it's a great doctor, nice young lady. So she walks in. She's like, okay, open up. So I'm like, I don't look at.
Why are you telling them this?
I'm just, because they're adults. I don't look at it. It's beautiful. It's birth. And so I'm sitting back there.
Beautiful. You don't even look.
So I don't look.
Then it's not beautiful.
Well, in college, I was told by a professor, don't look there because if so, your possession will never be looked at the same. So I never looked at it. Don't want to see that. Got no interest in that. Ugh. So all I know is that she was like, okay, you sit in the chair. She was like, sit in the chair over there, and that happened. And then she came over and she was like, okay, let's see what we have. And she was like, oh, he's already here. Here you go. Popped out like popcorn. No problem. Right there. Ah, here you go.
Dargo says, question for Justin. Carla, please, question. What you tell about handling of baby Zverev still on tour?
That's a good topic. Okay, let's talk about Zverev for a minute. Carla, do you want to start?
He looks good right now at Wimbledon.
But what do you think about him as the whole tennis package? Do you think he's ready to win a major? Do you think he wants to act like someone that's going to hold up the Wimbledon trophy? And do you think he is the human being that you think that Wimbledon wants holding their trophy?
No, and no. No, I just think he needs a lot more weapons, a lot more tools to be a Grand Slam champion. I feel like if he wins a slam before someone like Tsitsipas or Medvedev, who's much more of a fighter, then where the hell is tennis going?
He's not a bad player.
He's not a bad player, but
he's attitudinal, kind of like Tsitsipas, but worse. He has a serving issue because he double faults a lot. You know, we have a tennis student, I won't mention any names here, that double faults 20 times a match. Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, 19. And still somehow thinks that this person is good. I'm good. I can be okay. Double faulting 19, 18, 17, 16. I want to be more realistic, but right on, more like 15 times. And I know for a fact.
Sure.
15 times a match and 2 out of 3 sets. And on the women's side. And you're like, how do you think you're that good? Because you can't even hold serve even close. You can't even get to a deuce game on serve. It's love 40 or 15-40 or you're getting... Anyway. That's my feeling.
I don't know that he could win this. It would be a damn shame if he wins it and not Djokovic.
But would it be a shame? Well, no. Yes, Djokovic will win this Wimbledon. Djokovic is going to win Wimbledon. By the way, the worst bet I've seen on this channel.
Wow. Yeah, see, that's because we made fun of Zverev.
Oh, that's the man upstairs talking to us.
He says, please be quiet.
He's had enough. He's had enough
being called white beater. Everyone's fighting a tough battle.
Be kind, because everyone's fighting a tough battle. Yes, you are correct. But look, Djokovic, in my opinion, is so far superior to Zverev. And then Zverev, if they met, would have a mental or a cognitive disadvantage because of who he's playing and what Djokovic is fighting for. Djokovic doesn't fold under pressure. He gets better. People like Zverev fold under pressure and get worse. Djokovic takes pressure, negative energy, and builds on that stuff. He's like, what? Come on, you want to hate me? Let's go. Come on.
All he has to say is, I'm Serbian.
Let's go. I've had wars in my country for 1,000 years. What do you want from me? Come on.
Like Terminator.
Take it from me.
Like Terminator.
You're not going to take it from me. Give it to me, is what Djokovic said. Zverev is like, man, give me my puppy. I don't like puppies. Get out the court. I don't like puppy. Linda was talking on the court as my Djokovic is like, what? What are you going to do, you little puppy? And there's like Rowdy Piper in here. Hulkamaniacs is what I mean. Macho Man, Randy Savage. That's Djokovic.
He says, I'm Serbian.
Freaking Zverev's all like here. Like,
period. I am Serbian. Period.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Get your head out of your ass and play the sport and stop double faulting so much or you got no shot. None.
Churchill says, wow. EDN, oh my God, Novak's quote about wolf energy made me barf. I was going to bring this up and Justice said, don't bring it up.
Cool.
Ryan Mason says.
That person can bring it up. Can you bring it up?
Well, Ethan
can we talk about this stuff?
He's like, nah, don't bring that up. So
yeah,
Ryan
Mason, man. I thought it was a metaphor.
Ryan Mason sends me a message. He's like, Djokovic has been drinking the Kool-Aid again.
Let's go Kool-Aid.
Talking about his connection with wolves in the wild today during his court interview. What a character. And then I see EDN saying, oh my God, Novak's quote, wolf energy made me barf.
Let's go. You know what?
Reminded me of Charlie Sheen Tiger Blood thing. Laugh out loud.
You know what Novak could do? Even though I'm not a proponent, but it's a good marketing strategy, he could come out with some energy drink called Wolf Energy, and people will be
Somebody already said that. Darko said, haha, Wolf Energy. And I bet you guys would take it just because Djokovic is Serbia.
Go! I can play like Djokovic if I wear his shoes. You remember Jordan did a really good job at
this. What's his name? Dylan is sliding like Djokovic all of a sudden in his shoes.
Yeah, look, if you had a pair of Jordans when you were my age in like 1988, 89, when the Jordan 1s came out, man, I thought I could play like Mike, man. I was like, I got the Jordans, man.
What about when the Reebok pumps came out with Michael Chang? Did anyone pump them?
Oh, I pumped them.
I would be like, I was sponsored by Reebok, so I would be like, that didn't do anything.
Well, what happened?
They didn't do anything.
They had a release button on the side of the Reebok, so you'd pump your tongue up. It was the tongue of the shoe that popped up, like the top of your foot.
But it didn't do anything.
And you would hit the release button, and it would but eventually the release button would break, and it didn't even matter in the first place.
Those Reebok pumps are so fake.
Whack.
So fake.
They would have a basketball
We would be so happy because we got sponsored by Reebok. We got our shoes. We'd be like, nothing.
Pump them up until they blow up. Pow.
Nothing.
My pumps.
Absolutely worth it.
But y'all don't know about that.
Absolutely worth the shoes. Although they do make good CrossFit shorts. I do like their brand on that.
Didn't you want to show them the shorts?
Well, no, I got many fun shorts.
You want to show them the shorts?
No,
Yeah,
they've
she
seen
don't
it
wanna show all
already.
that.
They already watched the video. You
Show
took a
that.
picture of me yesterday.
Got a big fine thing. You remember that Juvenile song? Better big thing, better.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna say that on the show because
No.
you know I'm a little peachy over here. Okay, interesting match that I have is the Felix Auger-Aliassime match against Nick Kyrgios. Who wins that match? Who wins that
I
match?
say Nick.
And look, who do you want to win that match is the better question.
Nick.
Exactly.
Nick,
Why do you want Nick Kyrgios to win that match? It must be truthful. Is it a little bit of fun in the? I get he's made some schmuck moments, but I've been a fan of Nick Kyrgios ever since we started this channel.
He's a fan of Nick, but not a fan of
And
Nadal.
all y'all
What
hate
does
on me
that-
for that.
What does that tell you about Justin?
You know that you want Nick Kyrgios to win this match, and you'd be foolish not to. Now you can say, you know, I get it. I have daughters.
He don't like Nadal, but he likes Nick.
I have 5 children. Yes, I don't want my daughters necessarily watching them change sides and sitting down on the bench with a water bottle. You get what I'm saying? Same reason why he does what he does is because he doesn't expect everyone on his end of the court to be peachy. He hasn't played in 18 months, but like 4 or 5 matches, and here he rolls into nearly the second week of Wimbledon and about to face Felix Auger-Aliassime. I think he beats Felix Auger-Aliassime relatively easily and might even clown around doing it.
I think so too.
he might clown on Felix and say, "Yo, I've beaten the best in the world, Djokovic, more times than he's beaten me." You're gonna have to work a little bit harder, young buck, because that's how Kyrgios, in my opinion, and I may be wrong. Kyrgios may lose in straight sets.
Bro.
Sorry, you balling though.
It's like his back, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There was a question. Jim Churchill, what do you think of the tournament so far?
This entire tournament, it's been
It's okay.
interesting.
It's okay.
It's been,
It's
I
okay.
think, humbling in a sense that, look, again, the whole Big Three thing, I don't want to beat it at a horse. I said this a trillion times in the past couple of years. There is no more Big Three. I'm tired of hearing it. There's no more Three Musketeers. It's just Djokovic. Nadal's picking and choosing, and Federer's needs a cane. No disrespect. Look, every time I get up, I'm not leaving. I'm touching the screen on my cell phone so it doesn't black out when the video stops. That's what our camera is. But I read someone's comment. I don't know who it was. I didn't see it. It just went away really fast. But it said something along the lines of, Nick Kyrgios made everyone perfect their underarm serve.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. And if anyone saw who it is, give him credit for that. And I agree. The underarm serve, ask Michael Chang. His French Open success was contingent upon that, and no one probably remembers that because half the people aren't old enough to even know it. We watched the match, but what the underarm serve is very beneficial today. Shout out to Dylan Curtis out there. He won't watch this, so I won't beat a dead horse with it. He's a young junior student that's got really good really quickly, and he knows I serve big, and we were playing points today, and I serve really hard first and second generally. And he was way back by the fence on the second serve, and I just pretended I was chipped in the underhand serve, and it bounced twice before he even get there. It's very effective, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I get tired of people jumping down Kyrgios's or anyone else's throats when someone underhand serves. It's not illegal. It's fine. The ball was struck before it bounced. He didn't foot fault or she didn't foot fault. So shut up. Just deal with the shit. It's not illegal. Be ready for it and move on. But good for
Kyrgios
Kyrgios.
is kind of like Bublik. I read where he said, I didn't practice my serve at all. I didn't want to hurt my shoulder. I didn't serve more than 20 balls last year.
You know, I think Bublik and Kyrgios have for many years. Now, I think Bublik is worse about it. Bublik has stated, this is a job. I don't care about it. I mean, I'm going to perform the best that I can. But it's a job to me and not my favorite thing to do. Kyrgios, I think, though, even though he talks the talk, I think he does love the game. I think he does love the crowd. Now, a shout out to Kyrgios here is that Nick Kyrgios handles the crowd very well, as you saw in his last win at the post-match interview. He made the crowd feel like he was their friend. He made the crowd feel like he was their brother.
Unfortunately, the women that are with him don't feel the same way.
I mean, I'm not going to get into his personal
He's just
life.
not a good...
You know,
he's not a good boyfriend.
The only time I've ever gotten into someone's personal life on this show is when Naomi Osaka was on Center Court Ash Stadium. Even though she didn't do it, her boyfriend had his arm draped around her and was flipping all of us to
let
bird.
me attack Justin for a second.
I won't.
So Justin has a bigger issue with this than this.
They're both bad.
EDN?
But the difference being is when Djokovic did that. I mean, Djokovic. Sorry, let me correct that. Stop. Not Djokovic. When now I forgot his name. Kyrgios. When Kyrgios did that, it was like a middle round match at like Miami or something. When Osaka had her boyfriend draped around, shooting the fingers up, it was after she won a major, holding the trophy at the U.S. Open, standing in the middle of the court where the net is with a million people, not a million, like what, 25,000 that fit in there. So you look, your freaking rationalization or debate is fucking stupid.
I just wanted to bother
way
you.
off base.
You're
so far off.
I wanted to bother you.
I was about to say I'm gonna get dumber for hearing that shit.
I don't agree with either.
She allowed her boyfriend and then posted it to disrespect everyone
I just
on the
got
planet.
under his skin. See what I did? I think both are bad.
I think more like you thought twice about what you said and you were like, damn, I probably sound like an idiot now.
Go back to the shows where I said this is stupid and that is stupid. Both are stupid.
Osaka.
But you like it.
Naomi Osaka, much respect, great player. Wish the best. But she allowed her thug boyfriend to absolutely ruin her career, in my opinion, from a Hall of Fame type aspect. I'm not talking about you get inducted because she's a Hall of Famer. But I'm just saying in terms of in a household name type setting, right? When I was a boy, I was long newer to people like Rod Laver and Stan Smith and Lacoste and the Four Horsemen and Fred Perry, Bill Tilden and all these people. But I was made to watch them and respected the game, right? I can't go 50 years in the future and look back at Naomi Osaka and look at her legacy and see some hoodlum draped over her shoulder flipping everybody the bird. Get lost, man. I lost all respect for her, her camp, her team, and her choices then. I don't want to talk about it because there's no one that's going to tell me any shit differently to dissuade me from that point.
I'm not telling you anything different.
She flipped me the bird when I saw the picture because I was subscribed to her Instagram account. So, homeboy, you flipped me the bird, Corday. Man, come on, man. You disrespected your girl, your people, your parents. I bet you even Corday's parents are like, what the hell did you do? You sold yourself out, man, to the tycoons of music production. Like, I don't know anything about that. Fucking, we're going to hear about it, man.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Homeboy sold out his own girl.
Why did I bring it up?
Wake up, man. That's someone like B-Dog or Mike Dog that have daughters walking around where some brother, some hoodlum comes into the crib and starts disrespecting my people. Shut up and walk away. I hate that.
I'm sorry I brought up the subject. I got it going again. I just wanted to prove a point. Females, males look different in this world. I just proved my point. A guy can do anything, but a girl does something, pow! Just saying.
Hey, by the way, so I was just hitting the cell phone and I saw a comment from Spicy Salami.
Yeah.
Love this name. Let's go. I feel like I have Spicy Salami in the refrigerator. Come on. Thank you for the message. And I just saw that randomly. She always looks at them and... So, Spicy Salami.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
So anyways.
Should make more comments.
Is that it? Are we going to make some...
No, I got a couple more.
Some steak?
I got a couple more. Carla likes making that Spanish steak, flank steak, steak. Have any of you ever heard of skirt steak? By the way, skirt, like a skirt, S-K-I-R-T. Have you ever heard of skirt steak?
With chimichurri.
With chimichurri. I'm like, what? Even though it might kill me with a heart attack. All right, a couple last things I got. You ready for this? You ready? Mm-hmm. I brought this up a little while ago. If your last name ends in OVA, Justinova, Davisova. My first name is Justin, Carla. Davis is our last name. Carla Sova, Davisova, Justin Sova. If your name ends in OVA, you're a beast in the tennis world. Why? There's 6 of them on the women's side still left in the tournament. Damn. Sharapova. Give me some overs. Let's get a list of overs going. Come on. Give me 50.
Sasanova.
And this Thompson thread. Give me
Kutsinova.
50. I want 50 now.
Kutsinova.
No, come on. Let's be real.
Kuznetsova.
Can you jot these down?
Man, you're making me right.
Give me like
let's
do
Edward Sanova.
Let's do 20.
You're just putting your name.
Let's do 20.
Tennis players.
Okay, you ready? Sharapova.
I've got Kuznetsova.
Kuznetsova.
Man, you're really making me right.
Yeah, let's get Krejcikova.
Krejcikova.
Savitsova.
Krejcikova.
Seniakova.
Savitsova.
Did we already say Samsonova? Come on, give me some more O's. Did we say Sharapova?
Kornikova. Yeah.
Kornikova, thank you. Let's go. Come on, let's get this started. Come on. Kornikova sold herself out to the calendar shoots, even though.
Pliskova. Yeah.
Let's go, Pliskova. And she has a twin. That's another one.
Muguruza.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's get to 20. Come on. Come on. We got this. Google that shit. Come on.
Pavlyuchenkova, we already
Pavlyuchenkova?
we already got that.
Come on, give me some more, man. Let's look in the draw. Here, I'm gonna go.
Kvitova.
Kvitova, thank you, bro. Come on, give me Podoroska. No, that's Martinkova. Give me another one. Come on. Kudermetova. Let's get down, Kudermetova. Love you. You're on my team.
Borinova. Dementieva.
Kuznetsova.
I already said that.
Oh, shit. Alexandrova. Oh, man, I'm still going. That was only the top half. Petrova. Good job there.
Okay, I'm not writing all of this.
You get what I'm saying.
Karlova. There you go.
Don't forget about Karlovich.
Navratilova.
Oh, let's go. Told you. Rocket science. It's not the skill of your game. It's the last three letters of your last name.
That's what it is.
You don't have to play very well.
And if you're a woman, you're gonna get criticized by a lot. But if you're a guy, you might get away with it.
All right. The last two things I have, and then we're done.
Okay.
Okay. Now this one has to do with Coco Gauff. Okay. If Coco Gauff gets to the fourth round, okay, life gets much more difficult. Life becomes a passive way to win, and then trench warfare. Why? Why is trench warfare in Coco Gauff's future? If Coco Gauff gets to the fourth round, she has to win tomorrow, right? She plays tomorrow.
Didn't she play today?
She has to win her third round match. She hasn't played the third round match.
Gotcha. She plays Juvan, which is the
yes. She should get through that.
Yeah.
She should. Maybe not. You know, it's an interesting one. However, if she gets to the fourth round, she has the likes of Pavlyuchenkova or Muguruza next. Mm-hmm. Then possibly Badosa. Mm-hmm. And then up top in her section, she has the likes of Ostapenko, a hot Kirsty, Krejcikova, who just won the French Open.
Kirsty, by the way.
Sorry, Kirsty. Sevitsova, Siniakova, which Gene Swart has on his fantasy team in South Africa, and if he loses her, he is out. Mm-hmm. And Ashley Barty, the number one player in the world. Mm-hmm. Okay? As well as that is only one half of her draw, and the other half of the draw entirely waiting for her to get there. Poll question. Do you believe that she can win this tournament? Speaking of Coco Gauff, do you believe she can win?
Kerber would be next. Yeah, could be next for her. Sesnovic.
Yes, thank you for that. You are right. And for me to leave off Kerber in that list is wrong for me. Who said that?
Layla C.
Thank you, Layla C. I was wrong for that. Kerber should be in there. She's won this before. Do you believe that she can win or not yet? Can she win, or you know what? She's great. She has potential. She handles the media well. She acts like a young lady, much more of a mature lady than Naomi Osaka does, and she's way younger, or not yet. I think she does all the above, but not yet. I don't think the young lady yet. Even though I know she'll win majors, she will. As long as she stays injury free, she's gonna win majors. The problem is she has women that have lived a life. They've been through boyfriends that have torn their hearts out, and they've torn boyfriends' hearts out, and they've seen schmucks on this planet, and they've been treated like garbage, and they've been through little things, right? Coco Gauff's still just a little girl, and she will be a beast, and I mean a beast, but I don't think she'll outdo the Serena beast, because Serena was starting to rip off majors right here and now, right?
No, this is when she started making noise.
Yeah. But here's the poll question. Do you believe she can win this tournament or not yet? I say not yet, even though I hope she does. She's from, Team USA. Let's go. Right?
Michael Walker says in women's tennis, anyone can win.
It's a good point, and I hope that does happen.
Jack Nolte said hypothetically, she will win more than Osaka.
I agree with you. Okay, last thing, and then we're going. Tomorrow, rapid fire. Carla, are you ready? You ready? Carla.
Well, this already played, so you got to go to the next one.
I'm giving you fourth round predictions.
Oh, but the third round still hasn't finished.
I know.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
While you're sleeping over there, I'm working.
I'm not sleeping.
I'm
I gotta,
working. My
I gotta
ball's
cook.
turning, man.
I
My
gotta
ball's
cook.
turning,
He's not
Carla.
gonna cook to me. I am.
Man, I'll be right there with you. What, I gotta light the... I mean,
Wait,
come
you'll
on,
sit there
man.
with me? Come on, man.
Man, I'm with you 24/7, 365 with a 24 with an Izzo and nowhere to Gizzo. Where you
All right,
going
let's
with
go,
that?
man.
What's she even talking about? So beautiful, though. So hot.
All right, man. Come on.
All right, Djokovic, Guerin. Who you got?
Really? Is that a question?
Oh, shit. Okay, we all chose Djokovic. Fusovic, your boy, Iron Man, a.k.a. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Boy's ripped.
Fusovic against Rublev. Who do you honestly have? Not that he's hot and you love
I
him.
think that Fusovic can beat him on this surface.
I agree, too.
If it was clay, then I would say Rublev.
Yeah, I don't get that. I would.
He's better on clay than he is on grass court.
I don't think so. I disagree with that.
Okay, he hits more balls.
I think you just shot from the hip there. Rublev is better on a hard court than he is a clay court. Did she just lose her whole mindset of...
Where does Rublev train, dummy?
What, Portugal, Morocco?
Where does he train, guys?
The Bahamas?
Let's give him the answer. Let's give him the answer. Where does Rublev train at? Who does he train with, guys? This guy said that he's better on hard court. Was that a joke? Can you guys answer where Rublev trains and who and why he
lives in
grunts?
Portugal or something.
Why
Morocco,
he grunts?
Spain, Mallorca. He's on the clay somewhere.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm gonna take Fusovic as well. I think Fusovic. I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I won't be shocked if Fusovic wins. Okay, Kachanov versus Korda.
Hatchanov.
I'm gonna take.
No, you're saying it wrong. It's Hatchanov. Is that Kachanov?
My bad. Carla has two of her favorite men in the fourth round. She has Iron Man Fusovic. Now she's got these guns. You see these guns? Can you flex for this? She's got some cannons,
Stop,
man.
man. They can see it every
She's
time.
not scared about that. You can see it every time. You're that confident. You're that confident. They can see it every time. Like what? They can see my swollenness.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wins? Kachanov or Korda? Kachanov. I go with Kachanov as well.
It doesn't talk.
Shapovalov and Batista Agut.
Shapo.
I disagree. I'm going Batista Agut here.
Shapo.
Shapovalov has still continued to jump and hit his one-handed backhand. And none of you get that because everyone hits a two-handed backhand nowadays. I understand that he just beat old-ass Murray walking on a cane out the center court. I understand that.
He needs to rap. He needs to say
Yeah,
that line.
I understand.
What's the line that he said?
I'm so, they are so full of crap. They don't know how to pee.
There you go. That's what he's got to say.
Oh my gosh, you suck. Okay, anyway, Batista Agut, I think is more of a man than OG Shapo, aka Vanilla Ice 2.0. I think Batista Agut is more of a man than him, and I think Batista Agut wins that. It might go 5 sets, but I'll tell you what. If I'll take 5 people out there that call me out on this. If Batista Agut does not beat Shapovalov, I will pay 5 people out there $5 US to PayPal, Venmo, whatever source. You don't have to pay me nothing if you lose. So the first 5 people to say you can just buck my idea just to get paid if it happens. First 5 people that has a PayPal account or a Venmo account, I will send each of you, 5 of you, 5 people. That's $25 US, and no one donates super chat. Like I see Cam Williams' channel, people are like super chatting like $120, $120.
David said Shapo.
And I'm like, damn, we work our ass off and we can't even get 25 cents. I'm like, damn, man, we are in the hood. That's what we do. It's okay. That's what I'm getting, man. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Cam Williams gets like 30 million views, and I mean, we work our ass off with 5 kids, and I can't even get $2 on the super chat.
You need to do all the tricks.
Man,
Unbelievable,
tricks, man.
Unbelievable.
There is no tricks. The tricks is we're human beings and we're real, and that's
so
it.
one person. Everybody believes a good's going to win.
I'm not hating. I'm not player hating. I'm just telling you the truth. All right. Anyway, 5 kids still doing this. Still grinding.
Justin, come on, man.
All right, here we go.
Stop complaining.
All right.
Jack Nolte says Shapo.
Let's go. All right. So that's all I have on that side.
All right. Cool.
And now the women's side. Pliskova against Samsonova. Who you got?
Samsonova.
Exactly. But this is arguably the best women's match. Okay, okay. I thought you were knocking me for keeping going.
No way, Mummy's winning.
You got her? You got Samsonova?
Mm-hmm.
Samsonova is on my fantasy team, and there's a couple more of you that have her as well. If Samsonova wins this, I don't know if I'm going to be caught, but again, I'll bail out. I'm not going to win my own stuff, and I'll bail out. But if Samsonova wins this tomorrow, I think I have a pretty good shot of winning. Madison Keys against Golubic. Who you
I'll
got?
go with Golubic. I think is going to beat her, but I'm going with the American Keys.
There's one person that chose Golubic that is still in contention for the title that chose Golubic. I'll get into that tomorrow when the third round finishes. I have my fantasy team notebook here, but third round's not done, so I can't tally it yet. But those of you that had Golubic, and there's one that's left in contention. Golubic wins here, big things for you. $50 may be very well coming your way. Iga Swiatek dropped a bagel on someone today.
Bagu's not a big
Boom.
player.
I don't care, but Wild Live One bet you. Here's the thing. We talked about this the other day. Wild Live One and Carla had a bet to start Wimbledon that Serena would make it farther in the tournament than Swiatek for $50. And before the tournament started, Wild Live One, what's up, Will? Love you, bro. But he pulled out of it because he was too worried.
Why has Keys not won a slam yet? She doesn't have the heart.
She had a chance against Sloane Stephens at the U.S.
Doesn't have
Open.
the heart to do it.
She had a chance with Sloane Stephens at the U.S. Open, though. You remember that?
Yeah, but
she had a chance.
According to many people that were there, they said she was hurt.
Does Madison Keys ever make another major final? And could it be this one?
No.
I don't think so either. Swiatek has to play Jabeur. Jabeur now has an entire continent consisting of X amount of countries. There's a lot of countries in Africa. I'm thinking there's got to be, 60, 70 countries, maybe more in Africa? Someone maybe Google that. How many countries comprise the continent of Africa? It's a lot, with a lot of people that are destined for greatness and a lot of people that wish that there was someone in the tennis world that could represent their continent. Here she is. Freaking go, girl. Let's go. She needs to get in a little bit better shape. She does. Just saying. She will never have a chance on clay in that type of shape. 1, 2, 3 tennis, I get it. She can handle that on the grass.
She wasn't playing 1, 2, 3 tennis. That stuff, that's dumb. She was actually playing a lot of points.
Who wins that match, Swiatek or Jabeur?
Swiatek should win that.
Because I never trusted Swiatek's grass or game outside of clay and not on grass. I'm gonna go with. If I had to bet my house on it, I wouldn't. But I'm gonna take Jabeur here. Why not? What's she have to lose? What's she got to lose?
Nothing.
She has nothing to lose. Swiatek's won a major. She has a lot to lose. Let's go, Jabeur. Come on. Tunisia at its best. Let's go. Rybakina and Sabalenka. And by the way, one of our 2 tennis racket giveaway finalists, the only 2 remaining after something like 40-plus players or something like that, has that final. You know what I mean?
I'll go with Rybakina because I don't like Sabalenka.
Well, Sabalenka only has one gear, wide open, and if that wide open gear isn't hitting, if the clutch isn't putting the shots in gear and landing them in their spots, then the better overall varietal player will win. I think that is Rybakina. If Sabalenka goes out there and is demolishing forehands, demolishing +1 return of serves, demolishing serve +1 on her end of not double faulting, not hitting 35, 25 unforced errors. This is the way Kara tries to play. Kara tries to play Sabalenka way. And she's like, anyway, long story short, I think Rybakina is the betting favorite. The Vegas favorite will be Sabalenka because of, the historical truth. But look, if I'm going into Wimbledon and I've never seen two of these players and I'm watching both of them warm up, you can tell a lot about a player when they warm up. A lot of people think you go out to the court and you warm up, you're just tapping balls back and forth. You're trying to check out one another's game. You should be warmed up long before you get to that situation, right? So if I'm Rybakina and I'm looking at Sabalenka and I'm warming up with her and I'm feeling that she's not really feeling and touching and controlling the ball very well, letting her hands.
They don't warm up from the mini tennis.
I understand
they
that.
Never do.
But even if I bring her to the baseline and I feel that she's not feeling the ball or controlling the ball, I'm not gonna whack the ball really hard to Sabalenka. I'm gonna play Barty-ish. I'm gonna chip the ball. I'm gonna give her the off-speed backhand and she's a right-handed player, so I'm gonna give her the off-speed backhand to the backhand side. Let it sit up. I'm gonna draw her in a little bit. I'm gonna make her move left to right and X angles. I'm not gonna have her moving laterally. I'm gonna bring her in and draw her back out. I'm gonna bring her in and then draw her in and pass. I'm gonna be working angles and court movement, and I'm gonna see what shot she can hit. And when I find that one area that her big shot just can't execute into the court, I'm gonna put it there every time, and Sabalenka will lose. Rybakina, I think, wins this match. Okay, she's lost in space. I love you though. Can I get some fist bump here?
Yes,
Give me
right.
some, man.
You talk.
My soldier, bro. Much love, girl. the love for you. All right, see you next time. Tomorrow, our schedule is what, Arlac?
I don't know.
Carla spelled backwards is Arlac. A-R-L-C-A. How do you spell your last name backwards? A-R-L-A-C. Arlac. Mine's Mitsuj.
It'll probably be, depends if somebody moves their lesson. It could be 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there.
However, there's an 80% chance of rain tomorrow.
Then it'll be earlier.
How do you say there's an 80% chance?
80%. All right, guys. I gotta go make steak. Because you're still talking.
Okay, I'm out. We'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully it's earlier than later. I got to deal with Españito over here.